Welcome back to the vlog, everyone. Today we're getting ready for the vintage market. It is Thursday, or is it? I think it's Thursday. The vintage market is on Saturday. Zach's family is in town, but they are visiting some other family that they have here today. So we are pulling all the items for the vintage market, gonna bring them in my office and kind of place them on the table to see if, like, how much I need to pull from the outside closet. So that's kind of the plan for today. I really wanted to paint more and do more for the vintage market, but because we had family in town, it kind of made it a little bit hard to do that sort of thing. However, I still have plenty, so I think we're good. I'm super excited about the market. I've never done anything like this, and I really wanted the experience. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna try it. I don't know if it's something I'll continue to do in the future, or if I will switch to doing like more online stuff, like source and sell stuff online, but we're gonna try it out. I'm letting my hair air dry while we pull the items, so I don't, like, I'm trying to keep off a lot of heat. But anyway, basically this video is going to just document the whole process, and I've never done anything like this, as I mentioned, and I am so excited for it. A little bit nervous because I don't really know what to expect, but we'll be fine. Zach just brought in and he'll be at the market with me.
We're excited.
Yes, we're excited. We borrowed this table from our friend because we didn't want to buy a table. So I don't know if we're going to do this in the future. It might be a one and done thing. We're not sure.
What am I doing? Oh, this will be a good size.
Yeah, perfect size. And then I think I'm actually going to use this bed sheet because it doesn't fit our bed, and I just like the stripe. And
Do you do the stripe, does it matter, or vertical?
No.
I guess it would need to be long, right?
I think we just need it longer in the front.
Oh yeah, that will work perfect, I feel like.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, this is plenty big for the table. Okay, we brought in the first batch of items. So I'm gonna kind of play on the table and kind of make a little scene. Some of these items I have been collecting for years. Some things I actually recently got, but that I just have no room for, and I hope I don't regret selling these items, because some things I have regretted selling, but also I just don't have the space for it, and it could go to a home that could decorate now. So that's kind of what, and I'm out shopping all the time, especially here on the channel. I'm always vintage shopping. I'm always out looking for things. So I do know that I'll find more things in the future. Also, what we're thinking about, whatever doesn't sell at the vintage market, we're gonna post on our Etsy account. So Zach will be posting and shipping items to you guys, so that's kind of exciting. But I'm going to start with the vintage market. I think I have a few art pieces that actually I have in my little like study collection. So pieces that I didn't put up on Etsy, but that I just have. So I think I'm gonna actually take these to the vintage market. Okay, so I'm just putting the items in here, and then when we're at the market, we're gonna go early and I'll have it all styled, and I'll show you how I have it all styled. But I am gonna shine up just a couple of pieces. Not everything is gonna be shined up, but I am gonna do a couple pieces, I think. But this gives you a little bit of an idea. There's just things that I've purchased here on the channel and have collected for many years that I haven't touched in many years, that has been sitting out there, to be honest with you, waiting for a house. But I think at this point it's like, okay, I always find stuff. This is like a good opportunity to share my collected finds and, you know, have someone else potentially have them for their home for a little bit. So there are a few items that I am not willing to sell, but there are a few items in here that I don't know that I want to sell, but I am. So it's definitely a struggle, but I'm excited to kind of free up some space and hopefully find some, like, these items can find someone's home. So that's what I'm really excited about, because they're so beautiful and I feel like they deserve to be in a home. So anyway, let me show you kind of what we're looking at. Okay, so far we have a few of my art pieces in here. I am gonna paint and do another art drop soon, or, well, I don't know about soon, but as soon as I can, and that will, I'll let you guys know about that. But then I just have just a few other little items throughout here. A lot of silver, a lot of just rattan. This box I found quite some time ago. I absolutely adore this box, but I have one and I don't need this. So this is where we're at so far, and I definitely have more, and I'll show you guys at the market. Now what I'm gonna do is shine up some of the silver. Some, like this, I'm not sure I'm gonna shine up. I have these beautiful candlesticks that I feel like I'm not gonna shine these up because they are so patinaed. I feel like they look better that way. So I'm not gonna shine those up, but there's a few, like this pedestal, I think would look better if it were shined up. So I'm gonna work on polishing some of the silver, and then we're gonna box up this stuff and get it ready for the market. There's one new item, this sculptural piece. I actually got this from Pottery Barn a few years ago, and I have a hard time styling with it. Just again, I don't have like a console table. I don't have like a ton of surfaces. So I'm gonna take it because it's so beautiful and so good, but I just have a hard time putting it anywhere. So other than that though, everything's vintage. So I'm gonna also bring a lot of my baskets and some artwork as well. So it's market day. The car is loaded up and we're about to go set up for the market.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I'm like nervous. I just have no idea what to expect.
Me too. It's like, well, I've never been. You've been to one.
Yes, I've been to one, but also it's like all like, what are people looking for? What prices do you do? Like, it's like a lot of different factors that I guess I never thought of, that you're like, oh, I hope this is like good, or you know what I mean?
No,
so
totally.
Anyway, I'm excited to try it out. I was telling Zach, you know, maybe we don't do these in the future and we do just do our online like Etsy account, or
I think that might be easier and better.
Yeah.
And more people, if they are interested in something, obviously have the opportunity to get it.
Yes. Yeah. And I feel like it just, I can style them and like share them better. But anyway, I think it's always good to try things out. And you never know, we could love this. But we're on our way there now. We're actually almost there. So hopefully I can grab the camera and set it up while we're setting up. But I have a feeling that once we get there, time is gonna go.
Yeah, we're not even gonna think about it. That always happens though.
Yes, it does. But I thought I would at least say good morning, start up the vlog.
Maybe we'll see someone there.
Maybe we'll see some of you there. We've been sharing it here and over on Instagram. So I don't know. I'm nervous.
You look cute. You have a new dress on.
I have a new dress on from Abercrombie. Maybe I can show you guys probably when we get home, to be honest.
I like it.
I know, it's cute. I really wanted some like European summer type dresses for my wardrobe this summer. And as you guys know, I'm trying to build more of like a capsule wardrobe. So.
Would you wear that on, oh, that place closed.
Oh.
Would you wear that like on vacation, or is that like
yeah.
a date night, or?
No, more vacation. This is more like vacation, yeah.
Okay.
And like European summer. This is the vibe.
Summer.
Yes. Anyway, okay, we'll check in soon. Blew me away.
It was actually really good.
It was
go ahead.
so
You
good.
tell what your thoughts and I'll
Well,
tell
I was just gonna say, so sorry I didn't get more footage. As soon as it started, it was like almost like a blur. There were so many of you who showed up and stopped and said hi. I wish that I had more time to talk to everyone.
That was the hard part.
It was hard.
Because we were still selling stuff, but wanted to talk to everyone.
I know, which we did talk to, I think, everyone. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. Like, it truly meant the world to us, and I just had no idea what to expect. And
everybody that bought something, and you didn't even have to buy something. Half of it's just a lot of people just said they watched.
Yeah, and that was amazing. Like, oh, your guys' support is incredible. But it did really solidify that we do think we want to do a drop on Etsy, and it just was amazing. I broke my nail, so ignore that. But also we had Hacienda Palms.
They were nice. We didn't even know they were coming. They dropped this off.
Yeah, well, they did ask for the address.
They asked for that.
But
this one's a horchata one.
Yeah.
Delicious coffee with iconic flavors of vanilla and cinnamon. I think we'll try this tomorrow. We have a French press and an AeroPress, so I'm gonna use it at that. We don't really have a coffee pot.
Yeah.
But we have both of those, so.
Yes.
And we might have a Belletti too.
Yes.
And then this one, what's that one?
This one is Brazilian blend.
Yeah. Says it's oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
No, you go.
Roasted to order in Arizona. So that's super cool.
So we'll have to try that out, and maybe we'll show it next time.
Yeah. But every time, and I say this to you guys, but when I meet you in person, it's just so amazing. And I usually stumble across you guys at Home Goods or out at the antique store. But to do something like this and have so many of you show up, I can't even, it is emotional and it makes me want to do more, and it makes it so real, and I'm just on cloud.
Yeah, we're appreciative of it. I even someone stopped me in the store a week ago. I think her name is Tammy.
Yeah.
And at first I thought she thought I worked there. And then she's like, no, I follow your wife and you. And I was like, I'm going to tell her. And she's like, oh, don't bother. I'm like, no, it really makes her day. It makes it worth it, you know? Yeah, and it really does make me want to work harder and share more and inspire you guys to decorate your homes and make a home that you love, or make a cocktail or a mocktail, whatever. I feel like we have a community here, and I mean that. And this market really, it just was amazing. So thank you. Are you gonna do it again?
I don't know if we'll do it again.
I think maybe they do two a year, one in November, fall and spring.
Yeah, I guess never say never, but I feel like I kind of want to focus more on being able to curate items and share them with you guys that you can all shop, and not just locally, but maybe from time to time, maybe we'll do something.
It was fun to sell some stuff, but I think we both talked, it was more fun to kind of see people that either we have met before or never met. Yeah, I just wish I could have cleared off the table, grabbed some chairs and hung out, but that's where I kind of wish I could have talked more. But it was fun though. It was a lot of fun, and it's just so cool. Not only the people who showed up, the shoppers, the vendors, it's we're all kind of there for the same thing. We all get it, and we're all there. We have a love for home and a love for design and vintage. So that was really cool, because it's like-minded people together. Yeah. Does that make sense? Anyway. You had a good time.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be on cloud 9 for the rest of the night.
We're not doing anything tonight. My family was here the whole last week too. They left this morning.
Yeah.
So we're ready for one night.
Yeah. we're shutting off after this. We already packed up all the things that we didn't sell. So
we're gonna, like you said, we're gonna do maybe like once a month do an Etsy drop of 10 to 15 items.
Yeah, I think that what I want to do is do like some curated drops. So kind of like some items that just kind of vibe together and that I see you guys comment a lot when I find them, and like things I know that you guys might be interested in as well. So we're gonna start with kind of what we already have, like items that I've collected. And I said this earlier, but I just got to a point where, yes, I want to save these items, but I would almost rather someone else enjoy them because I'm always finding stuff. So being able to put them online and for you guys to be able to enjoy them and have them in your home too, I think is pretty like cool and something.
I think that's what I said too. It's like, we're not selling it because we don't like it. It's,
oh yeah, no.
especially the stuff we really want to keep, we keep for our house or for the future or whatever. But we go out enough where, hey, I see these same couple things where it's like, share it with other people. And it is curated, so you do have to charge a little bit, but we want to make it fair for everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep the cost, like, I tried, even today, like
it's hard though, because, sorry, I didn't mean to
No, that's okay.
I think it's really hard because some things even we price today is like, is this too much? Is it too little?
That's
we want to make, we obviously have to make some money, but obviously we don't want to like go where it's like
crazy.
Oh, you know, I think it makes sense, but it's like, we try to be good, like, because we are the shoppers too, where it's like, I hate going somewhere like, this is insane, but I agree, sometimes you have to pay a little bit more for something curated or something someone found, or if they have to ship it, you know.
Well, and I know, because I shop those things all the time, so I do understand that, but we're gonna really do our best to keep the price as affordable as we can and have different price points, because everyone has a different budget. But I want to find unique home decor that you guys can bring into your home and that you love and that you see that I share, but that you can shop if you want.
No, and I was just saying too, like, there's different prices for everything. We all in different, whatever we're into, there's something sometimes where I'm like, I would never pay that, and the next person is like, that's a good deal. So it's hard, like, you might think something's expensive, but then it turns around, they might think that same thing that you think is inexpensive is expensive. I'm on a holy yap sesh right now.
No, but too, I think like whenever I even give advice with antique shopping, because like sometimes you go out antique shopping and you might think it's expensive, it just has to be valuable to you.
Yeah, there's some things where it's like, you know, you would never pay $200 for, but I'm like, that is something I want.
Yeah.
And I don't, it could be $500, I want that.
Yes.
Or vice versa, where it's like, you don't need it.
Yeah.
You know.
Or it's like, I'm into vintage, where some people are into designer handbags, or into tennis shoes, or into makeup, whatever it is. We all have our things. Anyway, we're yapping.
Yap sesh.
Yes, yap sesh. But thank you guys so much for coming out, for watching the channel, for supporting us in all the different ways. I think today really, I mean, every time we upload a video, I always feel it. But for some reason today, just seeing so many of you in person, it just felt so real and so motivating to keep going. It really truly did. Like I felt, oh, did you get my glasses? No, I forgot these are on my head. I just felt so grateful. Like I think that's, I was pouring, overflowing in gratitude today.
Yeah.
And it just, like,
especially your artwork sold too. Almost all of them.
Yeah. I sold a lot of my studies, so all my practice pieces, which I could do a drop too, where I can charge a little bit less because they're not like none of them were signed, which maybe I should have signed them.
But we're learning.
Yeah,
we're
not
learning. Perfectionists.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, maybe you are.
No, but anyway,
all right.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, we're gonna go hang out.
We're gonna chill. Watch a couple shows tonight.
Yeah, we have.
We might go get a pizza.
Yeah.
We have Survivor, Amazing Race, a couple different random things.
Yeah. We want to watch like some other shows. We asked over on Instagram not too long ago, and a lot of you gave us some recommendations.
We want a show we could, which obviously you guys might not know our preferences, but something we both like.
Yeah, because we have different show styles. But
we do come together on some, I don't know, that part doesn't matter. I'm still yapping.
Okay, we love you guys. Thank you, and we'll be back in a second because we'll be back probably in a day or two, but you'll see it in now.
All right, love you.
Love ya. I am at Lowe's. I actually came here to get paint for a frame, but then I needed to replant my Audrey ficus and some new paintbrushes. And then now I'm over here looking at this olive tree thinking I might take it home. It's a little bit of an investment, but honestly, not as expensive as the Shady Lady or the Black Olive. And we really need a bigger tree in our living room. And then I could put the Audrey ficus that's in the living room in our bedroom. And I've heard that Olive actually does pretty good inside and we get a lot of light. It's west facing. So I might pull this down and do some research, some quick research on it, and see what, like if it can survive inside. This is actually kind of exciting. I just don't know if this is the right 6+ hours in direct sun. See, that's the part I don't know. And the base is quite big, but that's okay. Like we have the room, we have the space for it. The only thing is it does have little buds. So is this flowering? Okay, I need to do some research. Maybe I'll even go over to the nursery because now I'm kind of thinking I might do an olive tree and take it home today. I'm excited.
You have to replant.
I'm gonna leave it in this, and then I might make another one of those hyper tufa pots. And then when we buy a house, we can maybe plant it, or it'll go. That's actually a good price. The Shady Ladies are like $400, $500. I am so excited for this olive tree. I started to think, and I was at Lowe's at the hardware store, and they had an Audrey ficus, so I was bringing other plants over because I really do want to add more plants, and I just was not sure. Then I went outside and saw, you guys saw, the olive tree. Did a quick Google search to see, you know, do these do okay inside? And it seems that they do, so we'll see. Especially if we have a west facing window, it should be okay in here. So I'm gonna put it in its new home. I'm so excited. And then the Audrey ficus is gonna go in our bedroom, which was the original plan. I always knew that the Audrey ficus was gonna go in our room until I wanted a Shady Lady olive, or like the black olive tree, but they are so expensive. And this was a splurge for me as well, but not as much as the black olive. So I was like, you know what, I love olive, absolutely love olive. I feel like it's just so my style and just complements our home so well that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get an olive tree. I feel like this is perfect for our space, and it's so much taller than the little Audrey ficus. I'm gonna have to put something underneath so it doesn't ruin the floor. So much better. Look how much taller that is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and it might need a soil treatment because I thought I saw a little gnat. So I might have to put it outside, order something for it, because my Audrey ficus does not have gnats, and I do not want gnats. They are so annoying. So I think she might have to go outside. Sorry, girl. I mean, she was outside at the hardware store, but we can't be having gnats around here. So I'm gonna take off all these like green bits and tie them with some twine so it looks a little bit better. The lighting isn't the best right now, unfortunately, because of it being backlit, but trust me, it looks so pretty. And I just need to straighten her up a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the tag and put it in like a Ziploc so I can know when to water it, when to fertilize it. It looks like you only have to fertilize it once a year, and have all the information, know what tree it is, because I'll forget. Anyway, I'm so happy. That looks so much better. And then when the lighting gets a little bit better, I'll bring her back in and show you, because right now the lighting just isn't the best. It's always hard to film right now because of the lighting. And then I did get my Audrey ficus a new pot to repot her, because I think she's ready, because she's not dormant anymore, so she's ready to, and you can kind of see her a little bit growing a little bit. I was kind of thinking about pairing her and like reshaping her so that I get more of a tree, but now that I have the olive tree, maybe I kind of like that she is a little bit of a different shape instead of like that topiary shape, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm so happy. Okay, next project is actually a frame that I found at a thrift store, and it was actually a full picture. I've already taken the picture out, and you guys saw that I was painting for this wall, but then I was like, wait a minute. I was originally gonna take this frame to the vintage market, but didn't have time with family in town. I'm gonna grab it and show you. Also, if you guys are wondering where Zach is, he's a little under the weather, so he might not make it in, like a ton in this vlog, but maybe if he feels better. Anyway, I started to think more and more about this wall, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I should do an abstract piece with the vintage frame. Yeah, that's gonna be stunning. So I'm gonna paint this frame black. I have a picture light that I may put above it, but I think that this kind of helps bring, you know, a little bit more of that like old world vibe into our modern space, but it's gonna be a modern piece inside the frame. So we're gonna go paint the frame like that brownish black, you know, my favorite color. the brown, so dark it's almost black. And then I gotta go back to the hardware store, excuse the loud car, back to the hardware store to get a piece of wood cut for this frame, but I think that's gonna look amazing. I'm glad I sat on it for a little bit and thought about it, because I think I'm gonna love this so much more. I love when I feel inspired and anxious to start a project. It just is the best. So this piece I actually just painted. I don't think I'm done. I think I wanna add a little bit more texture to it, but I think I can kind of show you an idea, which I know you guys have seen me do especially if you've watched some of my videos, you've seen me do like the old frames with the contemporary pieces. I started doing more acrylic paint just because it dries so much faster, but the texture of oil paint, I know I can like get different mediums and stuff like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but anyway, you get an idea. I mean, it's obviously not the right size, but oh my gosh, it's gonna look so good. And then I'm gonna have it go vertical, so we'll fix the wire. But for now, I'm gonna clean it and paint it really dark brown, pretty much black. I think this is gonna be stunning. I'm so happy I bought this frame. I almost didn't because it was a little bit more expensive. And I was like, I don't know. And then something just told me, you're gonna regret it, girl. You always do. So I bought it. But I'm gonna take a baby wipe and clean this frame up. And then I'm gonna take a brush, clean brush, brand new, and kind of try to dust out what we got going on in there. And I'm hoping my acrylic paint is gonna hold up on here, because I actually went to Lowe's to get a paint and they don't have my favorite paint. So I was like, you know what, I think my acrylic paint will be fine. Hopefully I'll seal it and pray for the best. But I'm excited. I'm super excited for this piece. Once my mind thought of it, I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be so up my alley. It's like one of those things where I was trying to do something outside of my comfort zone, do something a little bit different. And then as soon as I thought about this piece, it was like, that's it. Like, I know me, I know that I'm gonna love that. So let's go for it. And yeah, we moved everything out of this room when Zach's brother and his family came. So I don't know where my little like mixing knife went. So I guess I'm just gonna mix it with the paintbrush. I got a bunch of these paintbrushes from the hardware store because they're much cheaper than the art store. And I kind of tend to go through them. So I'm gonna mix, I'm gonna move my chair so I don't get paint on it. I've already ruined my my new acrylic, what's this called? My brain is so toast right now. I can't even think. It's so funny because I get on camera and I'll continue to like repeat the same word, or sometimes just like my brain falls out of my head. Like I don't know what happens, especially when I'm out filming like home goods shop with me's, or even when I do like my online shop with me's, I tend to just say the same word over and over. And sometimes I'll get comments about it. I'm like, yeah, I know I edited the whole video and it drives me crazy too, but like you can only take out so many of those words until the video just like doesn't make sense or it's too clippy. But I'm just like, whatever, I know, sorry. But anyway, oh, I need to open this window. Hold on, I need some airflow. Let me turn on the fan and open the window. This is what I'm looking for. So do you see how it's like just very dark brown, pretty close to black? This is what we want. Oh, also, I'm gonna film this over for Instagram as well. So make sure you're following over there because I'm gonna try to do more reels. I keep saying that, but I'm really trying. It's just kind of hard when I'm filming for YouTube to remember to get a clip for Instagram, just because I'm not used to it really. But once I get in a good flow, it looks almost black on the camera, but in real life, it's actually more of like a maroon. Gosh. And I love when you paint over these frames because they add this like, I don't know, like texture, like the paint adds this texture and it's just so stunning. And I just love the way it looks. My only fear is I did not prime it or anything. I'm just kind of winging it if I'm being honest. I got this wild hair. And sometimes when I get that wild hair, there's no stopping me. I just have to do it. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. Oh my gosh, I love it even more than I even thought, and I thought I'd love it. Okay, I'm gonna show you the before and after. So here, well, let me show you the before. Here's the before. So it's kind of like a maroon, red, type of tone, and it is pretty dark in the like decorative pieces, but then I painted it like that dark brown, pretty much black, and it just looks so much better. You guys, this is gonna be stunning with a contemporary piece in here. Oh yes, this is what that spot in the kitchen needed. 100%, this is it. First layer done. Shared a little sneak peek over on Instagram. It's crazy what a coat of paint will do. Like this looks completely different to me. It's not shiny anymore. It's way more of a tone that I love, which by the way, I think I've told you guys this before, but the mirror that I have over here, this mirror over here, it's actually kind of sad because this mirror was like a beautiful gilded mirror, but I bought it so long ago that man, it needs clean too. Don't look at that part. But I bought it so long ago that I ended up painting over it. I didn't really realize how special that was, but this was an empty frame when I bought it. And I think I got it for like $3, probably 12, 13 years ago. It was a very long time ago. And I've painted this a few different times, but it was an empty frame. I went to Lowe's, and actually if you go to Lowe's, they cut a mirror the size that you need. So I got it cut to fit this frame, and then I put a little backing on it. I don't know if you can see, but I have a little backing on there. And now it's a mirror, and it will probably stay a mirror for the rest of my life. But I absolutely love this. And I think the paint color that I painted this, I want to say is Urban Bronze from Sherwin-Williams. I could be wrong. It also could be a paint color from Magnolia, but I can't remember. It's been a little while. I think I shared this on the vlog when I painted this, and then you can barely see the egg and dart detail, but it is under there. Anyway, if you find a frame like this at the thrift store and you're not into painting, You could take it to Lowe's and have them cut a mirror and turn it into a mirror. So just a thought. I love that mirror. It is one of my favorite pieces I have ever DIY'd. I absolutely just adore that mirror. And right now I love the color. It's like the perfect color. I want to paint a room that color one day, like color drench, a moody room, that urban bronze. It's just so good. But this over here is a little bit, I think the red is still slightly peeking through, but I'm gonna go clean my brush, clean my palette, and then I'm gonna do another coat of paint over top, just to make sure I cover everything, put a second layer on there, and then I'm gonna let it cure for a few days. I'm gonna go get the back cut, or the panel that I need cut. I might look online and see if it comes in that size, but it's so pretty. I'm excited for this piece, and you can kind of get an idea of what the vibe's gonna be, but I will definitely do this one with an oil or a mixed medium. Maybe I'll do like the base with acrylic and then add my texture in over top with oil, just to make sure I give it a lot of texture, because I am finding with the acrylic, it is very smooth. Or do I like the smooth? I don't know. I have a few days before I need to decide, but anyway, I'm excited about this. I think it's gonna be so pretty in the kitchen, especially because our kitchen's a little bit more modern. So this just balances it better than doing a modern, huge modern piece in there like I was gonna do. So I'm really excited about this. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Zach and I are about to go out to happy hour, so I thought I'd show you guys my outfit, which is so basic, but I told you guys I'm gonna go back to the basics because I feel like when it comes to fashion, I really love, and actually need to build more of like a capsule wardrobe with just timeless pieces that I can pair with anything. So it's simple, but I feel like it's pretty cute. I took my hair out of the braids and just left a little bit of this wave in. And then it's windy and a little bit chilly, so I just put this sweater over just like a third piece, and it kind of felt a little fashionable. This tee is actually from Abercrombie, and you know what? I swear by the Skims t-shirts. I love them. The cotton jersey t-shirts, I have quite a few, and they are incredible. Buy it nice or buy it twice. That is what I'm going by this year. And those shirts, my cost per wear is like, it's gotta be in the pennies at this point. But these Abercrombie tees are so nice. I am impressed. And whenever people say, oh, this is a Skims dupe, I'm always like, no, it's not. It's fine, but it's not a Skims dupe. I don't know if this is a Skims dupe, I would say, but it's a good tee and it's a little bit less expensive. So anyway, thought I would share that. And let's show you the rest of my outfit. Also, okay, I kind of mentioned this actually on, I think, another vlog. But one thing too that I kind of actually, I was about to say that I'm kind of focusing on this year, but I kind of have always been this way. I remember being like a young girl thinking I couldn't wait to get older and have like a signature lipstick, a signature scent. Like I don't even know where I picked that up, but I remember always thinking like very sophisticated women had signature like lipsticks and signature scents and all of that. I tell you what, I have a signature lipstick, I have a signature scent, and I have a signature like toe and nail color. My nail color is the Desert Sands. It's a dip. I do them myself. And then my toe is the Put It in Neutral OPI. It is such a beautiful, just kind of classy. I used to do white toes, but actually I find that this is a little bit softer and a little bit more elegant. So I have switched to that. And then my nails are a little bit more, you know, they're not like so like, when I would do I used to do the Marshmallow by Essie, and I loved that, but it's almost just like too stark. You know what I mean? I remember being back in middle school and we would put, this is like, tell me if you did this, but we would put whiteout on our fingernails, also sometimes Sharpie. I don't know why, But sometimes when I get a nail polish that's too like pure white, it reminds me of that. Anyway, okay, back to the outfit. I don't know what I'm yapping on about. Okay, so also excuse the mess. You know, I was just painting, but simple, so simple. I'm wearing trousers. I'm still loving the trousers. They're just so easy and they're like a uniform for me where I don't have to think about the outfit. I could just put these on. I look put together. It doesn't have to be too fussy. And I don't know, I just really love these. And then I'm wearing the square toe Havaianas, which if you haven't tried these, I love them. So I love a flip-flop that has a little bit more of a strappy strap. I find it to be way more flattering. I'm realizing for my body shape, a tiny little strap looks better even down to the flip-flop. So like even a tank top or a bikini or anything like that, like a skinnier strap just I think looks better. Also these earrings, hopefully they're still on sale, but they're on sale right now. They're my orb earrings from, oh, what is that store called? Okay, losing it. I got a lot on my mind, I guess. J. Crew. So I bought these. When I first bought them, I wasn't so sure and I didn't wear them a ton. And then I started wearing them all the time. I love them. I should get them in gold as well, but I really love, J. Crew does silver jewelry really well. It's like that bright silver. I love, 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 love these. I love them because they're not too big, not too small, but you put the earring on and they are like substantial enough where you kind of feel like fashionable, if that makes sense. So I really love them. Now, they do have a little bit of weight to them, but they're not crazy. They're not like heavy, but I also have some thick earlobes. So whenever people ask me that, I'm like, I don't know, because I've never had the problem with the earlobe situation. So, but I wouldn't say they're like super light. Anyway, that is the outfit. Very, very simple. I don't think I'll take a purse. I'll just take my wallet or put my ID in Zach's wallet. I'll do that sometimes when I don't feel like taking a purse and I just want to be chill. But simple outfit. Back to the basics. I'm building my basics. I have actually some things to share with you guys. So when we get back, I will share some items with you and some items that I ordered as well for my wardrobe this summer. I found myself buying things for like vacations. For example, like if we'd go to Mexico, I'd buy like a dress for that. Or if my friend had a dinner party, I'd buy a dress for that. But I'd buy something with like a pattern that I would never wear again. And I just thought this year I'm not doing that. I'm going to invest in like a basic European summer style dress that in black and in white, maybe in like an olive green, that's my favorite color, or like a very like mauve pink or like mauve color. And then also maybe like a nude, potentially. We'll see, or like a chocolate brown. Kind of those like more earthy tones, but then the two colors that I like, olive green and the mauve. Anyway, this is the outfit. I'll link it down below if everything's still available. These trousers are super old, so I don't know if they still have them, but I'll link them if they do. And they are so, so good. For trousers from Abercrombie, definitely size up. I have noticed that you need to size up at least one size. They're a little bit more tailored. So, and I like a little bit of a loose fit. Like I like to have a little bit of room, you know, especially when we go out to dinner. Anyway, okay. It's 5 o'clock and we're already home from dinner. Zach and I have become such happy hour people. I just love going to dinner early, going to happy hour, and then coming home and still having some evening left. I do not love coming home and having to go straight to bed. I might be aging myself a little bit, but you know what? It just is so nice. Anyway, I thought I'd show you this lounge set that I got from Abercrombie. As of now, it is fully stocked, which is so nice, but I've shared this before with you guys in the like light brown color. I got it in the gray and I love it. I'm in size medium in both the top and bottoms, but these are so nice because you are in loungewear, but you still feel a little bit put together. You feel like,
I don't know, just a little bit more chic than being in like your jammies. So I've been loving these. I actually want to get some more colors because I really love these so much, and they are so soft, so soft. They are really, really nice. Also, this shirt you could just wear as a regular shirt as well. Anyway, thought I would share it with you guys because it's so cute. Brought the olive tree in here. Well, I'm making a little reel for Instagram. So, and then I thought, okay, I need to update you. What I'm doing is I'm cutting off, I cut off all the tags and all of that. And then they have this little green tie thing right here. And I'm just taking some twine. I'm wrapping it with twine instead of these like little green plastic bits. I just feel like it looks so much nicer. I am gonna have to, well, obviously repot it because I can't stay in this spot, but I'm gonna have to like re-zhuzh it because it is a little bit crooked, but we'll fix it up.
Good morning. I just got done working out. I'm going to freshen up and actually go antique shopping, go out to Merchant Square. I don't know if it'll be a part of this video or if I'll do a separate video on my shopping, but I'm gonna go do that. Before I head out though, I'm gonna make the most delicious, very high protein parfait bowl. We were inspired by the parfait bowl that we had in Bend at Jackson's Corner. I believe we shared it with you guys. I'm almost positive. It's very similar, but obviously theirs was, I believe theirs was panna cotta. Is that the right word? I can't remember, but ours is a Greek yogurt base. Now, this is super high in protein. We did the math and it's roughly about 350 calories to 45 grams of protein. We didn't calculate the carbs. We just really focus on protein, and this is just to put that out there. You guys do you. You obviously would have to like measure things. It also depends on how many berries, how much granola, that whole thing. But roughly, that is what we do when we're, I'll show you kind of like what that would look like. Anyway, all that to say, it is so delicious, and I'm gonna make it with you guys. It's just like a really high protein breakfast, and I have been loving it. So I am gonna take a serving of plain Greek, non-fat Greek yogurt, and I'm gonna do 170 grams. That's a good, it's 3/4 of a cup, so it's a good amount. Then I'm gonna take, we actually were using a different protein, but we got this new one. I'll link it down below for this recipe specifically. It is so delicious. So, okay, plain non-fat Greek yogurt is the base. Then I'm gonna take a scoop or a serving of this vanilla bean whey protein. This is very, very delicious. So I'm gonna do 31 grams of this. And then I add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. This really helps, obviously, with flavor, but it also helps with the mixing and making it a little bit of a smooth base. So I'm gonna take a teaspoon of this. And then this part, you kind of have to like work to make it smooth because your protein will get a little clumpy and you want to spend the time to make it smooth. It's just way better that way. You don't want like chunks of protein that you're eating. I also feel like adding in the vanilla extract takes away the like protein flavor of the protein. So I'm gonna show you how this is looking. So it's kind of like goopy at first, but trust the process. It gets better, I promise. And like I said, this part is a little like time consuming to get all the clumps out, but it's worth it, I promise. It's better if you spend the extra minute really mixing it in and getting all those clumps out as much as possible. Then you're just gonna get it to a consistency that you are good with. So this is kind of what I'm looking for when I am mixing it.
just kind of smooth. I have a little bit of clumps in there, but it's not bad. Okay, after this is where, this is where things could get a little dangerous as far as if you're really trying to be precise, you'd want to weigh this stuff out, but I'm not. I'm using this granola. Pro tip, make this homemade, but in a pinch, this one's really, really good. Granola is super easy to make, but we just quickly grabbed this. So I just mostly like to layer this on here just for a crunch, but this is where, like I said, if you're not careful, you can really, like this stuff, this adds a lot of calories if you're not careful, but just kind of whatever, make it however you want. But I just do like a little thin layer, really not a ton. And then same with these little coconut flakes, they just add a little bit of a different texture and make the meal a little more interesting. So I grabbed just a little bit of this, and then I'll show you what it looks like so you can kind of get an idea. Not a ton. Then I'm gonna take some berries. I personally like berries over fruit in this bowl. I feel like it just makes the bowl feel a little more elevated. Blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, even strawberries, anything like that I think is really good. You could also mix. I'm just adding blackberries today. We've been doing it with blueberries, but Zach picked up some blackberries, and it's just so, my mouth is literally watering right now. I think that's all I'm gonna do. And then I have enough for another small bowl. Or should I just do them all? Maybe I'll just do them all. Yeah, I'm going a little extra. Okay, 2 more steps. I like to drizzle. This bowl actually is really, really good. I was doing a half a scoop of protein, but I think the full scoop makes it a little bit sweeter. And when I was doing the half scoop, the Greek yogurt was a little bit more tart. So if you like a little bit more tart, do less protein powder. But I like to drizzle a little bit of honey just to make it a little more sweet and add in another flavor, another layer. I don't measure this at all. The step you do not want to miss. This is what makes this dish so good and like fresh and just summery and spring and delicious is zest. I like a lot of zest. This again is just up to your discretion, but do not skip the zest. The zest is honestly what makes this dish so absolutely delicious and, like I said, fresh. So try it out. Let me know what you think. And it's just like a really good high protein breakfast, especially for spring and summer. Get all that zest. It's just so yummy. And there it is. Woo. So good. So good. I just pulled up to Merchant Square. We're gonna go in here. I actually specifically came here for some linen napkins because I think I'm gonna try to hand stitch our monogram on the napkins, because all the napkins that come with the embroidery, like from Pottery Barn or other stores, they're just not the same as like the old hand stitch napkins. I like the thick. If I can find anything in Merchant Square, I'll show you. I like it to be thick and just quality. So I remember some napkins here that I almost bought the last time I was here, but ended up not getting them. And I started thinking, I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos last night. I think I'm gonna hand stitch them myself. Like just a set of 4. We'll see how it goes. It could be a disaster, but I figured also while we're here, I'm gonna get those napkins if they're still here, but we'll also walk around and see if there's anything new. This is actually one of my favorite antique stores. I just feel like they just do it right. It's also like more in my area, so I do come here a lot. But anyway, let's get in here. Let's see what's new at Merchant Square. Okay, I want to look through. Look at this. I want to look through some of this flatware. $3. I kind of want a few odd ones. Like, I feel like this is so cool for appetizers. Just a few odd or different. Oh, these are gorgeous. $7 a piece. Look at those. So really like this spoon. I don't know if I like the design down at the bottom, but this one's pretty. It's interesting. It's supposed to be like that? I think so. Anyway, this is cute. I want to see if they have more. I love this piece. $24. That's so pretty. It has like a monogram on it too. This looks like it would be something really pretty. Needlepoint tablecloth with this like blue design. I'm almost positive the napkins were here. Ah, that's a bummer. Of course they're gone. I didn't have an idea for them then, but I did now. So I'm going to have to look and see if I find some other ones. Look at how beautiful these are. $22, I think, for a set of 5. Those are so beautiful. Also these, I may have shown these in the past actually, but the etching on these are absolutely perfect. This is a cutie. $12. This would be so pretty on a coffee table. That Greek key detail up at the top too. So pretty. I love an old box. This is $20 for this sweet little box, which would be so pretty on a desk. I don't know. Oh, okay, you can put like your pencils. That's really pretty. I love the extra detail too. Oftentimes you see them a little bit more simple, but this one has quite a bit more detail. I love that picture. It's just standing there so tall and so proud. Also, I gotta look through some of this silver. Looks like they have some good silver pieces. I do really love this gravy boat and saucer. Oftentimes you don't see the set, so that's really cool. It's $17 for the set. And you know, I love this shape of the handle. It's so pretty. The color is not my preference, but the shape of this vase is perfection. I love the ruffled top and then the pedestal. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. If it were in clear, I think I'd have to have that. It's so pretty. Even in this color, it just doesn't really go with my home vibe, but I still love the piece. I'm back on my rustic vibe. 50 or 45, excuse me, for this little caddy. Oh, that's so pretty. I have some similar ones, so I'm not going to get it, but I teeter-totter back from like very refined, very like elegant and more rustic, but I always blend the two, and I'm always looking for stuff like this. It's getting harder to find though, I gotta say. I have a little collection of these going. $21, a little bit more spendy than what I've spent in the past, but you know, they're getting a little harder to find. I kind of feel like I need that for my paintbrushes. I found the napkins, set of 4 linen vintage napkins for $7. Yes. So very simple, a little bit more casual, but I'm going to try to make them pretty with our monogram. Okay, these were here the last time. I think I'm going to get these and put a couple of our like little Polaroids in there and put them on our bedside. I love the frame on this too. Very special. I have another one right here. And then I could even mix this one. Okay, I feel like I need these. How precious. This is kind of cute. Look at this. Silver, little in glass. But you could use it as like on a coffee table, put a candle on top of that. It's kind of pretty. Look at those little candlesticks in there. Oh my gosh, those are beautiful. Picture those mixed in on a vintage like wood table, rustic wood table mixed in with silver. So stunning. This etching is gorgeous. $85 though. I don't know if that's my budget today, but that's really pretty. Look at these. Okay. Oh man, this booth always has really good artwork. I got my gentleman that I have in our bathroom from this booth. This like Venice, oh, I love this, 45. Is that a print or an etching? I can't, engraving. That's so pretty as well. All three of these are 45. And then this one's just gorgeous. Wait a minute, I might like this trivet more. Oh my gosh, it has a monogram too. Are you kidding? Look at how beautiful. Oh, it's an H. $6. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Do I know anyone with an H? Look how stunning. Also very beautiful for a coffee table. Put a candle right on that. So pretty. Love these little trumpet bud vases. Also, you could put a candle in there. Totally. I really like these. $14. I'm trying to be better about not buying trinkets because I just don't have the space for it. But these are so pretty. There's another one up there. They're $14 a piece. Did I say that? Oh, those are so beautiful. And I think a good price too. Okay, just finished up. How is the lip tint? Did I show you guys this lip tint? I feel like, now I can't remember if I put it on here. I know I did on Instagram, but I don't know if I put it on here as well. But I'm using the Benetint, which I purchased some of those other like TikTok very popular tints where you have to like peel them off. Big fan of the Benetint because all you do is you just put it on. I don't have anything to blot it off, so I'm not going to be perfect with it. Oh, I have a napkin actually in here. I kind of like this better than the other peel off one because, oh, I didn't even have anything left over. Okay. Anyway, I like it better because I don't have to deal with the peel off. It is lasting. You can put it on your cheeks. And I remember when this was so popular back in the day. But what I do, because I do like to have it a little bit lined, is I just line it with my MAC Whirl. And it looks so good. It's so good. I feel like it kind of looks like I just had a popsicle and the leftovers on my lips. I wanted something that when I wear my lipstick and it wears off, my lips still have a little bit of color to them because my lips are very pale. Like I don't have a whole lot of tint to my lips. So when my lipstick rubs off, I have something on there. Also for the gym, I do like to be a little bit like, I kind of just feel better when I work out and I have a little bit of makeup on. Nothing crazy. And then I go home and I touch it up or whatever. But I really like this a lot. Also, I'm going to show you what I got from the antique store. I didn't get to walk the whole store because I am meeting my friend here soon and I was kind of in a hurry. We're going to go to some home decor bazaar, I think. If it's not crazy there, I will try to film. But my friend, the one I'm meeting, she convinced me to buy a lip gloss. She is really into the lip glosses and I was like, I don't really know if I like them on my lips. This is the only lip gloss. I do mix it in with my lipstick and my lip liner, but it's one of the only lip glosses that I think actually complements like my makeup, my skin tone, the whole thing. It's the Pillow Talk Fair Medium. I'll link all of these lip products down below. But anyway, okay. I'm burning up in here. So let me show you guys what I got. And then when I get home, I will hopefully be able to like style them a little bit. But I ended up getting 2 of those little picture frames. They're actually not the same size. I thought they were, but they're not. And I'm gonna put one on our bedside table and then put one somewhere else in the house. I love these for our little, on the back of our phone, we take these little, what are these called? Picture rolls, photo booth pictures. And I want to cut them up and put them in here and have them in our house. I want like just a few pictures, especially in our bedroom. And then I did get the vase. I just thought it was so unique. I really, really loved it. I picture, because it's so kind of masculine and very like sharp edges and that whole vibe. I want to get some really delicate florals coming out of them. Maybe put it on the bar, the coffee table, wherever. And I'm really trying to not buy things like this because I don't have the space. I don't have the surfaces to decorate with these sort of things unless I bring one out. And I'm kind of just trying to think about more like furniture pieces until we get into a house. So I'm trying to cut back on those, but I had to have that one. And then I got the napkins. So I am going to, I can take them out now that I got them. There's a set of 4. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to I think the stitch that I like is called a satin stitch, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna try to stitch these myself. So another project I don't need on my plate, but I just want that like old world just style. And I kind of want to do it myself. I just love all arts and crafts, and it's crazy like that I'm into all of this stuff, but I just am, and I think it'd be so fun to do. So I gotta go get the supplies for that, and when I do it, I will share it. But in the meantime, I gotta go meet my friend. Where's my keys? And hopefully I can film. Hopefully this is super cool. I can show you guys what's going on over there. And then, yeah, other than that, I'll see you back at home.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Cheers. Can I put you on the vlog?
My debut.